Okay, so Kate, if I run a small business, how do I become involved in the world of NIL?
So it's very similar kind of to how college athletes would. You reach out and see who's interested. One really, really easy way that you can do it is something that a lot of schools already kind of have in effect is they have marketing platforms such as Open Doors. That's one that a lot of people will use. And it has each school that it partners with Open Doors has a list of all of their athletes and they have their pictures, what sport they play. You can filter and like look through the different sports. You can also see they have bios that'll talk about the athletes and what, is important to them and their accomplishments, literally everything about them, basically. And it's really helpful to find an athlete that fits whatever that business is looking for. Like whatever you're wanting, it's really easy to go find them that through those kind of marketing platforms. And a lot of schools, especially like the bigger schools in your area, already have those in place. But aside from that, you can also go on social media. A lot of schools also have links on their athletics websites to player social media, their Instagram, their Twitter, their TikToks, and a lot of deals actually happen through social media in the DMs. And a lot of it is just reaching out. If you find an athlete that you'd like to work with, send them a DM.
It feels so easy and accessible, and it's really empowering both for athletes, but also for small businesses because now's your opportunity to become involved with college athletics in a way that may have been totally inaccessible before because it's just too expensive to sponsor the whole team. Now you can do a deal at a much lower price point, and getting involved with sponsoring athletes.
Absolutely. These it's just there's no real like con to doing participating in NIL. It benefits both the businesses, especially smaller businesses, and the athletes. You get publicity and the athletes get paid, which is great. And it's kind of just benefits for everyone.
Okay, so we are primarily a small business law firm. We serve other groups as well, but we started out as a small business law firm almost 10 years ago now. And our mission is to increase access to high quality legal services. So we try to provide really good quality lawyering at an affordable price that can be accessible for small businesses. If I'm a small business looking to become an NIL, how can a lawyer help me with what I'm doing?
So, like I said before, a lot of these deals happen over social media. And so, a lot of times it's a question of what happens if someone doesn't fulfill their side, if the athlete doesn't get paid or the athlete doesn't fulfill their deal, whatever happens. There's a lot of risk with that when it's in social media, just in the DMs, because there's no contract, there's no signed writing that guarantees that, if someone's in breach, doesn't fulfill their side, that you're still protected. So lawyers are really important there because they can help draft contracts to help protect either side to make sure that the deals are getting fulfilled and that both sides come out happy and that fair deals. So lawyers are really, really important when it comes to mitigating those risks and helping be successful in NIL.
Great. And give us a brief rundown about your background and how you became involved in sports law.
So I am a double Aggie. I went to A&M for undergrad and law school, so big sports fan. During law school, I was involved with our Sports and Entertainment Law Society, where we did a ton of events and networking with a bunch of professionals, including lawyers and athletes. I took a class with solely based on NIL with Travion Williams of the Cincinnati Bengals, which was amazing. And so, I always kind of knew that sports was where I wanted to be. And I was lucky enough to get to spend a summer internship at Razorback Athletics with the University of Arkansas General Counsel. And after that, I spent a year at the University of Texas at Arlington as their NIL director, where we focused on educating not only our athletes, but our small businesses and our local leaders in the Arlington area, and really trying to make NIL accessible for everyone.
Awesome. It's just such an empowering opportunity for everyone involved. Okay, parting thoughts. What else should a small business know about NIL?
There are a ton of different deals that you can do. It doesn't have to just be a free product that, they send the athlete and they post on their social media. There's also discount codes where a lot of times they have an affiliate link that they can put in their bio. And that a lot of times helps to track, the traffic that you're getting from people clicking on that athlete's link. There's also, value per post of, stagnant post in the feed. You can pay through those and do X amount of posts for X amount of money each post, or you could do a flat fee. You could also do, public appearances where the athlete comes out and signs autograph and you pay them a flat fee, or they featured in your commercial. There's a ton of different things that you can do with NIL activities. You can also sponsor an athlete's small business, or if they choose to do a clinic or camp to do baseball training or softball training, any kind of that, you can sponsor that and have like t-shirts made that have your logo on the back. The number one thing that I would say that small businesses should really remember is that there are state laws in place that have prohibited items that athletes can't endorse. The usual kind of things that you would think about: alcohol, tobacco, firearms. It kind of differs state by state. So try, it's usually pretty easy to look up just kind of prohibited items for Texas. And usually you can find a list. Also, some universities don't allow their marks and logos to be used in NIL activities. Some do. And those that do sometimes require permission to be granted or a fee to be paid. So really try to communicate with the athletics compliance department. They're usually the go-tos for that. They would have all of that information. And the athletes should already be in communication with their university compliance department anyways. So really just having that open communication is the easiest way to go about it.
And hey, doesn't hurt to consult a lawyer as well.
Absolutely.
All right, Kate, thank you for talking with me today about this great opportunity for small businesses to tap into really local influencers through NIL.
Thanks for having me.